Pata adorned herself in all of her most expensive finery. All she could think about was their blessed future together. She allowed her imagination to block her wisdom. Satuka took Pata to the robber's cliff and brought her to the edge. Pata was ecstatic to be with her husband. When they arrived, Satuka aggressively snatched Pata's jewelry. Satuka then said, "Foolish woman, why would I want to live a domestic life with you? I am a robber, a bandit. That is my path. I will kill you and go live a comfortable life alone with the money I can make by selling your jewelry." "My love, what are you saying? My money, my jewelry, my body, and my heart are all yours. Why do you need to kill me? Why do you need to steal from me? It is all already yours." Pata saw the murderous intent in Satuka's eyes and realized her grim future. Instead of feeling sorry for herself or becoming angry at Satuka, she used her wisdom to focus on her survival. She thought, "I have been born with the brain and wisdom. Will I allow myself to perish without having used them? What good is my wisdom if I don't use it to save my life?" Pata then said, "My husband, my master, it will be as you wish. I am willing to let you push me off this cliff. But before you do, please let me perform my last obeisance from the 4 directions to you before I die." Satuka then said, "I am happy that you accept your fate, since there is nothing you can do about it. I will accept your obeisance." Pata then approached him from the front and embraced him. She said, "My love, this shall be the last time that I see you, and that you see me." Then she kissed him. She then approached him from the left and embraced him. She said, "My love, after today, we will never again get to be together." Then she kissed him. She then approached him from the right and embraced him. She said, "I have loved you since I first laid eyes on you, but we shall never meet again." Then she kissed him. She then went behind him and embraced him from the back. She then thought, "This man means to kill me. I am not ready to die. I must do what I must do to protect my life." She then whispered, "I loved you with all my heart." Pata then pushed him with all her might. Satuka, taken completely by surprise, fell forward and over the cliff's edge to his death. The burden of her evil action caused Pata to fall into shock. She thought, "I have murdered my husband with my own 2 hands. How can I return home? My parents will be disappointed in me. I forced them to let me marry this man. And now I will return home after having killed him? They will never understand. They will never accept me at home. I have brought massive shame onto the family name." Thinking this, Pata decided she had no choice but to run away and start a new life on her own. Pata decided she did not want to return to a layperson's life. She no longer had interest in sensual pleasures and possessions. She felt the weight of her evil karma and feared the repercussions that were sure to follow. Pata decided to become a wandering ascetic. She joined an order of chains. As penance for her evil deed, Pata underwent a violent ritual in which her hair was torn out by the roots before she could ordain. After some time, Phatta's hair regrew and was very curly. Therefore, she was known as Phatta of the curly hair, or Phatta Kundara Kesa. As a Jain nun, Phatta was very kind and compassionate. The memory of her evil actions drove her to repent for her sins. She spent her time diligently practicing the Jain way of thinking. However, in Phatta's mind, there were many things that the teachings were not able to clarify. She did not feel that the teachings were enough to free her from samsara, the repetitive cycle of rebirths. Phatta was not shy with her concerns. She studied all the teachings the group had to offer. When she found them incomplete, Phatta asked the leading nuns about her reservations. Whatever the nuns explained, Phatta was able to debate them and expose the flaws in their teachings. Phatta left that group and joined another. She studied all of its scriptures and teachings. However, the same thing happened. She was unsatisfied with the teachings and won debate after debate with the teachers, exposing the teachings as incomplete. Phatta continued to do this until she felt there was no one left that could show her the way to enlightenment and the freedom from suffering she so desperately required. Phatta began to go to large cities and build small sand piles. She would then proclaim that people with wisdom should stomp on her sand pile to show intention to debate her. If someone were to win, she would marry him and serve him for the rest of her life. If the person who won was a monk, she would become his student. Many people initially tried to debate Phatta, but Phatta had joined so many groups and studied so many teachings that she had a wealth of technical knowledge to use as ammunition in her debates. She was also very wise and skilled in the art of debate. She gained a reputation as an unbeatable debater. One day, the Venerable Sariputta, the foremost in wisdom of all the Buddha's followers, saw Phatta erecting her sand pile. He asked some children what Phatta was doing. When he heard that she was interested in debating, he had the children stomp on the pile. Phatta scolded them for stomping on her pile without the intention of debating. The children explained that the elder Sariputta had instructed them to. Phatta was delighted that she had another debate partner. She was certain of her victory since she had become used to winning every debate. She asked the elder a great number of questions, all of which the elder answered clearly, concisely, and eloquently. Then the Venerable Sariputta questioned her, saying, "What is the One?" Phatta thought about it long and hard, but was not able to come up with a suitable answer. She was sure he didn't mean God or Brahma. She was stumped. She admitted her defeat and begged him to be her teacher and refuge. The Venerable Sariputta told her that she should take the Buddha as her refuge, and then proceeded to bring her to the Jetavana temple. When the Buddha saw her, he knew that her spiritual karma and paramitas were ripe enough for her to reach enlightenment. While she was still walking to him, the Buddha said, "Though one might be able to recite 100 verses, all are mere useless words. Much better is the single word of the Dhamma, that upon hearing it, one finds true peace." Upon hearing just this short verse, Phatta penetrated the Dhamma fully and became an Arahant right in front of the Buddha. Her spiritual journey and search for salvation had finally come to an end. She then ordained and entered the order of Bhikkhunis. The Buddha proclaimed her as the foremost among all Bhikkhunis who attained arahantship faster than anyone else.
What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.